as an insider and an outsider. I've also been a pastor and a professor of comparative religions at a university, and now work for a ministry that seeks to share the gospel on campus. And I can say this with certainty: God loves Mormons. But because I love Mormons, I simply cannot love Mormonism. The latter threatens the former. So this is a book for any Christian who wants to lovingly engage Mormons with the truth, but who isn't sure where or how to start. It will help you talk compellingly and compassionately to Mormon friends, family, neighbors, colleagues, and missionaries. Who are Mormons? So, who are Mormons? As a matter of branding, they don't want you using the word Mormonism anymore. According to the church website, when describing the combination of doctrine, culture, and lifestyle unique to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the term "the restored gospel of Jesus Christ" is preferred. While that may be preferred, the Bible-believing Christian won't grant that what Mormons have is the restored gospel. In this book, we will continue to use Mormonism, or LDS, not out of disrespect, but simply due to those being the words in common use. Mormonism is a religion with a great deal of affluence and influence. At the end of 2019, there were almost 70,000 full-time Mormon missionaries. Nearly every election cycle, we see at least one Mormon running for the presidency of the United States. While only 2% of the U.S. population is Mormon, they make up 6% of the U.S. Senate. The LDS Church has more than 16 million members around the world and is still growing, although not quite as quickly as it was a few years ago. Mormons are a people who are zealous for God, but whose zeal is not according to the knowledge of God. Mormons are very successful people, often contributing to societal good. They are a people with whom evangelical Christians share much in common in terms of moral and political views. But we do not share the same theology, not even close. In view of our cultural and moral similarities and theological differences, one Christian seminary president said in his address to an audience of Mormon college students, "I do not believe that we will go to heaven together, but we may go to jail together." Bash or dash? As we seek to engage with Mormons, there are two approaches that we need to avoid. I call these the bash and dash approaches. The bash approach looks more like blasting opponents than it does blessing neighbors. Some people mock Mormons and look for every opportunity to prove them wrong merely to win an argument. Obviously, this is more likely to make enemies rather than converts. As in all evangelism, when engaging with Mormons, the aim is to win the person rather than merely winning an argument. Equally ineffective is the dash approach, which tries to avoid meaningful interaction. Perhaps we draw the blinds and close the curtains upon seeing the LDS missionaries approaching our door, pretending not to be home. Or if we do open the door, we simply tell the Mormon, "Thanks but no thanks, I have my own religion," before quickly shutting it. While slightly more polite, this attitude of disengagement or indifference is not going to result in Mormons coming to Christ. It may be that such Christians regard Mormonism as just another Christian denomination, or that they are wary of upsetting the relationship they have with a Mormon friend or colleague. But those who know Christ and want to make Him known will resist an attitude of indifference or ignorance. Instead, will seek to engage with gentleness and respect, 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 15 to 16, and yet in truth and love, Ephesians chapter 4, verse 15. This book will equip you to take a more fruitful approach than either bash or dash. We won't spend much, if any, time explaining non-essential doctrinal aspects of the Mormon religion that you may have heard about, such as not drinking coffee, wearing special underwear, or symbols on the temple. Instead, we'll respectfully consider the Mormon essential theological beliefs that we need to know in order to effectively reach them in relatively simple and enjoyable conversation. We'll learn how to ask thought-provoking questions to stimulate critical thinking and to draw out ideas and underlying assumptions. We see this same approach employed by the Apostle Paul and Jesus in their use of argument and questions. It requires that we know or learn something about our audience, including its core theology, for persuasive communication honoring to God.